Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade and this is, I guess, a special edition of How to App on iOS. Because it's Sunday here in Australia and it's Sunday in Israel just gone. I hope you're all doing well. We've got the lovely Yael Aidan here today and we're going to kick off with one of her songs. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name's Jade. Hello. What an awesome song. I love that song. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to that song in bed, on my headphones while I'm going for a walk. It's called I Breathe You, and it's awesome. It's available on all of your digital streaming places, so make sure you get it. The links are all in the description. So I'm super happy today to... We've rescheduled, and that's an awesome thing because I did finally get it all happening, and I'm so happy to have on the show. This artist is incredible. I came across her on Facebook. I think I first found her on the GarageBand users group on Facebook, as I said. Then I started watching her live streams and her use of technology and apps and equipment and using looping and such. And I just love her music. I love her uniqueness. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the show. And we're both drinking. It's 8 a.m. in the morning here, and I'm drinking as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Yael Aidan, how are you today?
Hi.
Hello. We've lost your microphone there, so your microphone's disappeared. There you are. That's better. Hey, how you going? Oh, we've lost you again. You disappeared again. It was back there for a second. No. Might want to maybe jiggle it a bit. I don't know. Technical difficulties of live streaming, folks. Give us a minute here. We'll get it sorted out. No. We had it working perfectly just before. No. It's very light. Don't panic. We'll get it sorted. This happens all the time on live streams, so we're all good, folks. I'll cut back to me for a second. So while she gets that sorted out.
How is it
Yay,
now?
we got you back. Awesome. Yay.
Hey.
See, whatever, these things happen. And, I say this on my show all the time. Mistakes make you better. you know,
That's
so
I agree.
never be upset with a mistake because you'll do it next time even better. So welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me all the way from Jerusalem in Israel.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. And so we're both drinking. I'm on a Thai beer this morning at 8 a.m., the things I do for you guys. And Yael is drinking a lovely red wine. So,
You mean the things you do for me?
yeah, well, hey, I get to have a good drink in the morning and I'll be buzzing for the rest of the day. So, cheers.
Here it's 1 a.m. Cheers.
Cheers. Salute. Thanks for indulging us and drinking, everybody. So let's kick off the interview. As I said, I love your music. I've been a big fan of your music. I think one of the first performances I saw you on Facebook was a special show you had on your Facebook page where you had advertised it a fair bit in advance, and it was captivating. And you were doing... I marvel at your live shows because you have so much going on in front of you. And you make it look effortless, like no problem at all. So
Thank you so
I
much.
want to ask you first, which the question I ask everybody who comes on the show. What does music mean to you?
That's a tough question for the start.
Definitely.
Yeah. What music means to me. If you ask everybody, I guess they answer it's everything to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the usual answer, everything, and it's also for me, it's everything, but it's mostly it's stability. How do you say stability?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's stability for me because it's there all the time. It's there no matter what happens in my life. It's there when I feel bad and I need it. It's there if I'm happy and I still want it, and it's there all the time. And also, and what I'm about to say is it's true about the past 2 years only. I think it's the only thing that gives me all the time, like it gives me self-esteem, like I feel very secure when I'm doing music, when I'm singing, when I'm and I can't say it about a lot of fields in my life. Like it's the only field in my life that I can say that I feel secure all the time, and I don't judge myself. So that's music for me.
Excellent. So,
What is it for you?
what is it for me? Oh,
Is it okay that I'm
of
asking
course,
that?
yeah. You can do whatever you want. There is no rules to this show.
All right.
To me, it's evolving. It's always changing. It's medicine. It helps me get through times. Then when I release music, I hope that it helps other people. Yeah, it's a constant. Without it, I wouldn't be alive. Honestly, it's got me through the toughest times ever. Better than any relationship I've ever had. Definitely.
Yeah.
If I could marry music, I would.
Exactly. I feel the same. Yeah.
A lot cheaper than marriage as well. Easier than getting married. So when you were growing up in your home, do you remember the music that was played in your house by your parents? What kind of music did you grow up listening to by your parents?
My parents usually didn't play music themselves. I mean, they didn't choose the music that is playing around the house. It was my sisters.
Okay, cool. What were they playing?
I mean, I know that my father he was a singer when he was younger, and he sang and he was doing rock and roll music.
Nice.
But he never played it around the house.
Oh wow.
And also my mom, she didn't play anything. So my sisters, they're way older than I am. Like the youngest after me is 8 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. And they usually played 80s and 90s pop music.
Yep.
That's it. And the same hits again and again.
Do you remember some of the artists?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it was, it was mostly, the best of 97. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't never full albums or anything like that. It was hits, just
Best
hits
of.
that they played over and over and again. So, the first song that I ever sang was "Nothing Compares."
Beautiful song.
By Sinead O'Connor, yeah. So when I was 5 years old, I started singing it. It was English, and I didn't know how to speak English or sing in English, so I sang "Nothing Compares." But then, when I was 12 years old, all of my sisters got out of home, and I was the only daughter that stayed there. And that's when my mother started to play music that she likes.
Okay.
And it was Egyptian music. Kulthum and Farid al-Atrash and stuff like that. Arabic music.
And has that music, like the combination of, I guess a lot of American pop music and that homegrown music, has that all blended together to combine to influence the music you make?
That and more.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I started looking for music for myself, It was the Napster. You remember the Napster?
I do, yeah.
So I started downloading stuff from Napster and searching what I like and chatting with people and asking for recommendations, and it took something like 1 day to download a song back
Yeah,
then.
for sure. It was crazy. And sometimes you would download a song and it wouldn't be the right song.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, but it was okay back then, you
Yeah.
know. It was okay to for a song. It was normal. It was even amazing because actually I couldn't really buy music back then, you know. So if it wasn't that, I wouldn't have all those songs. So it was really fine. I loved it. I loved downloading it and waiting for it.
For sure. Without Napster, we most likely wouldn't have things like iTunes now. It was the early beginnings of digital music.
That's right.
Yeah. So when you started singing, how old were you when you started thinking, I want to sing, I want to scream and sing this stuff? When you sung Sinead O'Connor?
When I sang Sinead O'Connor, I was 5 years old. But when I decided I wanted to sing, that I like it, that I can express myself in it. It was when I was older, when I was 15 years old. That was the first time, and it was totally by mistake. A friend of mine told me that she's going to an audition for a school for some memorial thing that they wanted a singer. So she went for an audition, and she convinced me to go with her for that audition and to take that as well. And I took it, and they took me to sing in that event, that memorial event. And they didn't take her. So that yeah.
Are you still friends?
No, we stopped being friends right away when they took me and didn't take her.
Oh no.
Yeah. But that's how I discovered music, and how I like it, and how I want it. And it was when I was 15 years old.
And how did you go at that? How did you go at that memorial? How was it good?
Yeah, it was the first time I ever sang in front of audience.
Mm-hmm.
And the audience were the people I know, my teachers, my friends at school.
Yeah.
It was stressing.
but
I how do you say it was addictive,
Mm-hmm.
I was addicted right away.
Yeah, totally.
To the performance. I just wanted more and more of it.
Do you still get the same feeling now when you perform? Well, when we get to perform again one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I still get it.
Yeah.
I still get the feeling. Yeah, totally.
And because I've watched you do.
How about you? When was it? So
No, that's cool.
I'm just curious. Yeah. Okay.
So.
How about you? When was your first time you performed in front of people?
I joined a punk metal band when I was really young, and I couldn't sing, and it was at a pub full of drunk people, and I got up and sung Metallica covers, and it was okay. I was very nervous. But then the same thing happened with me. I was at school, and I joined a school band as a guitarist, and I found out I couldn't play all the songs, and they needed a singer, and I put my hand up, and everybody said, "You can sing." So I have done it ever since. And I agree.
Wow.
I agree. Like the feeling of playing live is incredible. Like I love the nerves before. The nerves are fantastic. They're so exciting. Like a lot of people say that having anxiety is a bad thing, but as a singer, sometimes anxiety is really good before you go on. To be so anxious and have butterflies, and it's normally when you're like that you do your best shows, I think.
Maybe.
It all depends too. Depends on the audience.
Yes, it is, because when I performed, I studied in the Music Academy of Jerusalem.
Yep.
For a degree, and it was horrible. Yeah, it was in front of all of the, how do you say, the teachers in the academy. How do you call it?
So they were judging you.
Help me with.
So they were judging you, were they? Did you feel judged?
Yeah, and also the students in the academy are very judgmental, and everything there is very judgmental.
Okay.
So the anxiety there wasn't nice while I was performing. Yeah, and I never performed well. It was always a disaster on stage.
I was going to say, did you kick ass or not?
No, never.
Wow.
Only in my recital in the last year. Where
it counts.
Yeah.
For your grades. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, so now that you're a performer, who are some of the artists that you listen to and who inspire you to make your music? Because I think your music's very unique. I find it hard to describe who you remind me of. Like there's nobody. Like the closest thing I can think of is like, and it's not even like, I think of like artists like Björk or people who step outside of the normal. So who do you listen to that inspires you?
So I guess it's because that I listen to a lot of genres. Mm-hmm. Because I'm influenced of a lot of things. That's why you can't put your finger and tell me this is the genre you're playing. Because I'm influenced. My influences are Arabic music, Indian music, English music, American music, everything. Jazz, rock, hard rock. I listen to it all. Pop. I love pop. Yep. Pop music. So it changes all the time. The artist that I'm listening to. But I can tell you what I'm listening to right now.
Sure.
Like in this, yeah. So Nick Drake. I'm listening for the last 3 years. I'm always coming back to Nick Drake. Always. Like if I need something familiar, if I want to listen to something and to feel like I'm home, mm-hmm. It will be Nick Drake.
I was surprised the other night. We were chatting, and I was telling you that I'm working on an EP, and that it's metal, and you were like, "Send me the song," and I'm thinking, you won't like this. But I realized that you like metal as well too. So I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, I love metal, and actually, I in high school I had I was a singer, a soloist in progressive metal.
Oh my
band.
God! I want to hear that.
I have one recording on a tape.
Yeah.
So maybe I can find it. I don't know.
That's awesome. I would kill to hear that. Did you did you do like any growling or anything? Any of that stuff?
I don't know how to growl, and I really want to learn it. I will get to that. It was progressive metal, so my singing was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely.
And I couldn't. Now I can scream, by the way, but I couldn't scream back then. So it was like classical vocal with progressive metal.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You continue to amaze me every time. So I love that. So as an artist, like, because I don't like, we chatted before this very briefly as I set up stuff. You said you've traveled. So where are some of the places that you've traveled in the world?
I guess it's not a lot. I only started traveling. The first time I left Israel was when I was 17 years old, and it's because a friend bought me a ticket to South Africa.
Nice present.
Yeah. So that was the first time I left my country, and then I went to India once. I visited Rishikesh and Manali.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote. Yeah, yeah. So you visited India also, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was in Bombay.
Where?
Just in Bombay. Like, and yeah, I saw things that were beautiful, and I saw things that were very heartbreaking as well.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and I don't know. At some point, I disconnected. You know, can you say that?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
totally.
Okay. Yeah, but you can't say that in English, right?
No, that makes total sense.
Can you say that disconnect your feelings?
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah, that makes 100% sense. I did that first time I went to Thailand. I did that.
Okay.
Disconnected, because it's hard to see some of the things that are happening. I'll tell you a little story, and you feel free to tell me one of your disconnected stories. When I was in Thailand, we walked past a little shop where they were selling little wooden elephants, and I asked how much, and you have a calculator to barter for prices, and they told me the price, and I said, "Oh, too much," and I walked away, and the little boy, only about 8 years old, he followed me, and when I turned around, he dropped on his knees and was like, please buy, please, like, we're hungry. And I had to buy it, oh my God, I wanted to give them all my money. It was really confronting, to see the amount of poverty that happens there. And you see other people who are totally disconnected and very rude about the money, and you think, what's wrong with you? Are you not human? So I understand 100%.
Yeah, so I experienced the same stuff. People that are begging for money.
Yep.
all the time. So at first, I gave money. And then I realized that I don't know, I can't change it, I'm giving and I'm still feeling that pain in my conscience all the time.
Yep.
No matter how much I'm giving. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, you can't fix all the problems.
Yeah.
But
apparently.
yeah, small. You can fix small problems, but not fix the whole world immediately. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe we can fix it together, if people will unite, then we can fix everything.
Well, we're lucky people as musicians. I believe that music is an incredible thing to bring people together. How has playing music live for you in Israel? How has that been? How is the experience of? I don't know. I've never played a show in Israel. I've played in America and in Thailand. How are your shows perceived? Like, how do people? What kind of clubs do you play over there in Jerusalem?
Uh, First of all, I want to tell you about a show I also performed once in the United States.
Cool.
In Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I felt it was, first of all, it was very easy to feel a pretty big venue over there. It was pretty easy
Everything
to bring people.
Everything's
to
big in
the show.
America. Everything's massive in America.
Yeah, and it was in Utah, so people there, they are available.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They go to work and they finish the work pretty early, and they don't work so hard, so they have the strength to look for culture.
Yep.
And if I'm telling them there is a show, they're interested. And I can't say it's the same here in Israel. It's not the same. People here are working so hard,
Mm-hmm.
and usually finishing to work at 7 or 8 or 9 in the evening. They're working hard, and they're never being appreciated. So they are coming home and they're drowned. How do you say drowned? No.
Drained.
They're
Drained.
drained. Yeah. They're
Cheers.
drained. Cheers. Yeah. This will help.
Yeah.
And they're coming home and they need to take care of their children, and everything is pretty hard here in Israel, really. So some of my I usually perform here in very small clubs, and I usually hope to feel that people will come to my show. Sometimes the house is full, and sometimes I perform in front of the bartender only.
We've all done that. Every one of us have done that. So it's a part of doing the hard job of music. So do you
How is it like there in Australia?
it's I think it's the same as what's happening all over the world. Like I've played in America too. I played in Chicago and in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, and I think all over the world, many places to play music are closing down, struggling. People aren't going out so much to watch gigs, so that's always hard. But I mean, I haven't done a show since January. It's been a long time. We've all been sitting at home doing it in front of our web cameras. How has the coronavirus affected your, firstly, I guess, your mental health and not being able to perform live and having to do it online?
I have a complex answer. because yeah, I couldn't. I actually performed once in a protest. We have protests here in Israel
Yeah.
because of the coronavirus thing. We are in a lockdown, and we can't go to work, and we can't work. We are in our second lockdown,
Same
and
here.
our okay
Yeah.
right now.
Yep, right now.
Okay, and our government doesn't take care of our civilians. You know, they are telling all of the how do you say independent people. You know, the people that has businesses.
Yeah.
They don't get any. They don't get any support from the government.
Oh my God.
They're telling us just stop working and giving us something like $100 or something.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
That's terrible.
that's terrible. So there are a lot of protests here in Israel. Yeah, it's Israel is pretty divided right now. There are the people that are protesting, and there are people that are against the protests, and it's not so cool. But I had a I had one performance in one of those protests. It was nice. I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't. But I didn't have the opportunity to perform since the coronavirus started. But I made 3 online shows,
Yeah.
and I really liked it.
They were amazing. I was at all of them. Well, one was the replay. One was the replay.
The replay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know. I love performing in live streaming. There is something unique about it, you know, because all of the comments are while you're singing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see people reacting while you're singing, which you don't have it when you are performing, you know, in the real world.
Yeah.
People don't scream at you, "You are amazing," while you're singing, you know,
Yeah.
but they write it, and it's pretty amazing to experience it. And I guess I'm a control freak, so I everything is
I'm glad you know it.
so everything is with my control when it's live streaming, you know.
Yeah.
So
I can tell that because, you know, your shows, you put a lot of effort into the mood lighting, the camera angles. Everything is very precise, and you know, I love too that you're speaking in English, and you know, and you're speaking in both languages, and I really love that because there are people writing in both languages in your live streams, and you cater to both, which is, you know, it's a very talented thing to be multilingual.
thank you.
So I know, and you know, we can say this, you know, before coming on this show, it's probably why we're both having a drink. How you were going to go with English on here, and you're killing it. You're killing it.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that.
But I knew that anyway because I've seen you live. So you know, and I should just take a break for a moment to go over to the chat because we have a whole lot of people here who've been chatting. I'll just call out a few names here. So I've got Gary Hubbs, Russ 889, SM Borthwick is here, Andy Goldsby, Tom Rochelle. Who else do we have? And a lot of the names I can't read because they're not in my language. So I wish I could, but I don't know. So Desolate Morning is here. We've got a line. Desolate Morning has said the wine looks good. So your wine looks tasty.
It is good.
Yeah, it looks good. That glass is massive. I love it. So I got a big glass too because I thought you would have a big glass because I've seen your live shows. let's see. I'm just going through the comments here. So SM Borthwick also says the mix of the elements of the opening track reminded me of a little of Imogen Heap. So I don't know if you've listened to them before.
Yeah, I've been told that before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Sion is here. So there's a whole lot of people here in the chat. So thank you all so much and Doreen is here. So thank you, Doreen, for giving me the English of your nickname in chat. Thank you so much. And you are right. Yael is a pro. Like, to watch her live streams, she is an absolute pro. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to take a break from us having a chat, and you can, if you need to go to the toilet or anything like that, I know because we're drinking alcohol, I'm just going to play another one of your tracks. So I'm just going to chuck on clips. So if you want to mute your mic, and I'll mute my mic, and we'll throw this song on just so if you folks at home want to have a drink as well, grab a drink, because I'm about to play this. This is your latest track that you've actually released, which is on iTunes as well and Spotify and all that. This is called Clips. So enjoy, folks. I'll just cue it up properly. Let's see how good I am at doing this stuff. Here we go. We'll see you back here in a moment. Enjoy Clips.
I've been around the globe looking for that happiness. Everyone are speaking of. I've been around the globe in the greatest cities, on the highest mountains. I didn't find what I was looking for. It didn't make me any better than I was before. Self-love is what I have to find to get that unattainable peace of mind. I've seen the sweetest places, but that it would bring me a sense of satisfaction. I've seen the unexpected, for better and for worse, but redemption didn't come. I didn't find what I was looking for. It didn't make me any better than I was before. Self-love is what I have to find to get that unattainable peace of mind.
And welcome back, folks. Goodness me, what a killer song. I mean, I love all of your music, and that is one of my favorites as well. So I'll just bring you back on the screen there. There you are. Hello, welcome back. Have you unmuted your microphone? Yay. Or it disappeared again. We love technology.
Can you hear? Yeah.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you're back.
So every time I'm muting my microphone,
It causes a
when
problem.
I'm coming back, it doesn't work. I need to unplug it.
Damn you. So let's talk about the music that you make. What is the process of how do you record your music? What tools, what technology do you use to record the music that you have online?
First of all, GarageBand.
Yeah.
This is the key word of my really. my music is garage band. I just love, love, love that app. It's my life.
Yeah.
That I really. So
Do you
the
use
process can be.
do you use
Yeah,
iOS or Mac?
I use iOS
Awesome.
usually.
Awesome.
There are stuff that I don't have in iOS, but rarely I go to the computer and do some stuff, and at the end, I send it to the computer and doing some processes that the iOS doesn't allow.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that in I Breathe You and Clips, I made it in iOS completely in iOS.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So every process, every song has a different process in it. I can start in the melody and then the chords and then the arrangement and then I'm recording it, and it can start with the beat. I can start with the garage band and I don't know, steal a beat from some song that I like, and then start on the beat. The last song we've heard, I started with a beat.
Yep.
I started with a beat, and then the chords, and then most of the singing there, most of the melody was improvised.
Oh wow, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that take is in the improvisation. The take the take that you're hearing in the final version is the improvisation.
That's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, but not the lyrics. I wrote the lyrics and then opened the mic and started to improvise the melody.
So, with that, because like when I watch you do live streams, a lot of it's looping, that you have everything preset into your gadgets and stuff, that your technology that you have around you. So do you write the music from looping, or then later on after you've finished recording a song, do you set it up for live performances as looping?
So I set it up later, but
Right.
but most of the time when I'm writing the songs, I think about the loop station.
Right. Yep.
And sometimes I'm creating with that, with that. How do you say? I don't have the word. Just a second. Let me think about it. Like I'm thinking with patterns sometimes when I'm creating.
Yep.
Because I want to know that I will be able to perform it with the loop station.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm producing it, and only later on I'm going to the loop station and building it on the loop station.
Sure, I totally understand. So you create your music, but you have in the back of your mind how you're going to recreate this in a live setting, yeah?
That's right.
Perfect.
Exactly.
So I'm blown away. I wasn't sure if you used iOS for GarageBand. So, but that makes me even happier because I use only iOS myself. I have an amazing computer here. I could do amazing stuff with my computer, but I still choose to use my iOS. And I only got a computer just for live streams. That's all, because iOS is enough. And I love touching. Like I love touching the screen.
That's right.
It feels so much more. Like I've recorded many albums using desktop computers, laptops, but I don't know what it is about the connection of being able to touch the screen and actually feel it leaving your fingers. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I relate to that very much. I love iOS and working with it. And by the way, I've made the video clips that you of I Breathe You and clips. I've made it on iOS
Yeah.
myself. Yeah. So also that I love working with iOS. So yeah, I love working with my fingers, as you said. I feel the same.
Do you still come across people that you tell, I make my music on iOS, and they roll their eyes at you like, what?
Yes, of course, all the time.
What is wrong with people?
And they judge my music accordingly. Like they listening to my music and with judgment. Yeah, they judging it. They're saying me go to a studio, like go to a real studio to make your music.
It's crazy. It's crazy that people
Yeah.
still think that way. Do you know what? I think, for all the bad things that have come from the virus, I think once all this is over, because I think it will be over, we will go back to more of a normal world. I think more people will be ready to accept things like iOS after all this is over, because there's so much great music coming out from producers and creators like us.
That's right. But anyway, with the coronavirus or without it, at some point, people will accept it. This is the future. This is yeah. It's yeah.
I started using
That's the way it
I
is.
started using iOS back in 2012. And the reason I started using it was because I would read all of the critics of Apple products saying iPad is stupid. It's just for people to watch YouTube. And I was like, no, man, this is the future. This is the future. And now you look around and the future's right here and it's in our pocket. And I love that about iOS.
Yeah.
You're like me. Look at this. Folks, we've come to the end of our alcohol. So if you,
I can open another one.
see, I don't have another one because I don't normally drink. I'll be honest, I don't drink much, but I only drank today because I said I would for you. So
I appreciate that.
salute.
Salute.
So we've talked about your process, so the technology and the live looping and making your music. What is the process that you use to release your music? Like, do you go through, obviously you go through distribution. Who do you go through like for distribution?
I use DistroKid to distribute my music.
Yeah. It's such a good price, isn't it? We could be doing an ad for it. And
Yeah.
and how have you found the process of releasing music through a platform like DistroKid?
Very easy and very nice.
Yeah. Easier than making the music.
Of course.
I'm working on my EP at the moment, and I've had a couple of days off because I haven't been mentally well enough to, and that happens, and that's okay, But I keep thinking I can't wait to get to the DistroKid bit because that's the easiest bit of all, just to hit upload, tick some boxes. That's the bit I'm most excited about, and knowing it's going to be released.
How many songs are you going to have in that EP?
3.
3. Okay. And how many hours can you say that you invested for each song? Like approximately.
Well, I started at the 1st of September. So at least 3-4 hours a day, roughly, kind of thing. So, and sometimes I've done it on live streams. I've been doing it on my daily live streams, showing people where I'm up to. But I'm nearly finished. So all I have is a couple of more guitar bits and then all the vocals, which after today's stream, I'm going to try and finish as much as I can today. So We shall get there.
Wow.
We shall get there. I was stupid, you know. Pete Johns, who's in the chat as well now. I see that he's joined the chat.
Hi, Pete.
We said, you know, song timbre, just make one song. But I'm stupid and I go, hey, I'll make 3. Oh, that's me. I always take on too many things. So, but you live and learn, and I just never learn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that you're. When is the date of your release?
I'm supposed to have it ready by the end of this month.
Okay, it's very healthy. I think it's so good. It's very healthy to do it that way. I think, you know, to work hard and just release it at once, because I can say about myself that it takes me a lot of time to release songs, and it's holding me back.
Yep.
I have that single that is ready for something like 6 months, and that video clip that is ready for a month, and I will only release it next month.
Yeah. So
and I'm releasing. Yeah.
You haven't.
I'm releasing only once. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go for it. You have.
No. I want to.
You
hear your
have a new
question.
song coming out, don't you?
I have a new song coming out.
And what's it called? Tell us a bit about it.
I called it. I made up an English word that doesn't exist.
Nice.
It was a little bit cheeky. And so the name of the song is "The More, the Merrier."
All right.
Okay,
I want to know.
There is only. So there is only one sentence in that song that is repeating, and it's and I tried, so I tried. The more I tried, the more demure I've became. The more I tried, the more demure I've became. So I call it the more demure. I acted like the more the merrier, the more the merrier.
Nice.
That was yeah. So that is the name of the song, and I have a video clip that I've made, and with a stop motion.
Oh wow.
Also with iOS, by the way.
Wow. Yeah, because all your clips are very different. Or you don't stick to the same formula with your clips. They're all very unique.
Thank you.
So stop motion. Oh, and when are you going to release this? When is this coming out?
The 20. I hope I know how to say dates in English. So maybe it will come out very badly. It's the 20th of October 2020.
Awesome.
That's the date. Yeah.
I absolutely can't wait for that.
Thank you.
It's going to be so cool. So, all right, I'm getting closer to the end of the stuff and end of the interview here, but I want to ask about your live streaming and firstly, are you planning on doing a live stream soon?
I wasn't thinking about it.
I keep hoping.
But I guess I should. I should. Right?
Yeah, I want to see another live stream. I love them. And for those of you who haven't been able to see one, make sure you check out the description of this video, because there's a link to your Facebook page, and they're still up on your Facebook page, so you can still check them out. Seriously, you need to see them.
The live streams are closed.
No. No.
Yeah. Only people who signed up in advance could see them.
Yeah, because you had a private page, didn't you? I forgot about that.
Yeah, only people that are signing up in advance can see it.
Yeah, wow.
So people only can see the future live streams.
That's a really cool idea too. Yeah, there's got to be a way to like charge people to come and see those special shows as well.
Yeah,
Make some money.
So I don't charge. I guess most of the people that are watching this show are musicians, right?
Yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah, definitely. People making music.
So I have some advices for that.
Awesome.
So the way that I'm doing it, I'm signing up people to my mailing list, and only that way they can see my show. And that's in that way I can earn their mail.
Yeah.
And my mailing list is going, is growing, which is very important to grow your mailing list. And then at the show, I have this link where people can support by credit card or by PayPal.
Yes.
And so that's the way I've done it. So anyone, if there are musicians here and they want advice, they can reach out, and I have some advices how to make a profitable live show.
I knew there was a reason I had you on. Very smart. Sounds like you have the business ideas of someone like Madonna. Very clever. You have to, and I guess, with music and what's been going on in the world, you have to adapt to how things have changed. So make sure after this show, you can give me some kind of link to how people can join that. So I can put that in the description of this.
To join the show,
Yeah, for the future, or let me know, and I can I can add it to this video, because
thank you.
That's really cool. And I have no problem paying artists. I watched one of my friends who I interviewed last week. She played this morning on YouTube, and I sent her some money. It's worthwhile to send money to artists who are performing. It's a lot of, and your performances, as I said earlier, you put a lot of work into your show, with different camera angles, and it was the last show I saw was very beautifully lit, beautifully set up, and there was plenty of wine happening. So, I love that also. I felt like I was getting a very honest, beautiful performance from you. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I'm going to change screens now, because I'm going to ask you, and as you can see on your screen here, I want to ask you, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 apps just off the top of your head that you use, be it like for video creation or for music, some of the apps that you use a lot on iOS, and I'll bring them up on the screen. I've already got GarageBand up here, obviously, because we all love GarageBand. So thank you, Apple. So is there anything else that you can suggest, and I'll look it up here on the App Store?
So I've mentioned it during this show, Stop Motion Studio.
Yeah, and
this is an easy way to make stop motion video clips. Really easy, really nice, really intuitive way. I love it.
So it's free to download. And
I've made 2 video clips with it. The one that is going to release in the future,
yep.
And one you mentioned Doreen, and I think this is the same Doreen. I'm not sure, but you said Doreen is in here. I have a really good friend that lives in Amsterdam.
That's her.
And
she says she's one of your best friends, so that's her, I think.
Yeah. She's one of my best, if not the best friend. Yeah. And we've made a video clip together with that app.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you, like, I don't know, I don't have it. I'm going to grab it after this. So it's a free app to download, but it's paid. So have you paid for the in-app purchases to be able to get the most out of it?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. And it looks like it's about,
And it's worth it.
It looks like $9 Australian. So I don't know what that is in your currency.
Yeah, it's not so high, right?
$9 is
And it's worth
$9 is cheap. But then there's lots of
Yeah.
people who always complain and want everything for free, you know. Everyone wants free.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you can tell us about?
Yeah, there is this company called Lightrix that is making a lot of. It's not the name of the app, but it's the name of the company. It's actually a Jerusalem-based company.
How do you spell it? Do you know?
I don't know.
What's one of the apps that they make?
Yeah. Okay. So they're making. It's not a music app, but it's those apps are for images. Okay. Yeah. I'm editing images with it. I also made my next single cover with their apps, and I used Photofox.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah, I use them as well.
And
they have a movie app, so they have so here it is here, Photofox. They make also oh god, I'll bring it up here. Where are we? So they make Pixaloop and they make Photofox.
That's right.
Yeah, awesome apps.
Yeah, so this is the most important app.
And Videoleap. Videoleap. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is the app. Yeah, it's amazing. This is the app I'm making my videos with.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great for green screen stuff as well.
Yeah, I just love that app. The Videoleap. It's amazing. I'm in love with it.
Yeah, I did a show on it here. It has a subscription too, and like. You know, the subscription, people complain about subscriptions, but, you know, it's incredibly worth it for the amount of green screen images you get that, you know, you can use for your videos and the amount of tracks you can use. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so I also bought it. It's only, I don't know how it's, in shekels, it's something like 200 and something shekels for life.
Yeah, right.
So I bought it for life.
I can see on my version here I need to update. So hopefully they're updating for iOS 14. Have you updated to iOS 14 yet?
No,
don't do it.
No. Okay.
No, like
thank you for
I've
that.
talked about it on my shows. If you're creating, if you're making, you know, anything, you're in the middle of it. Wait maybe for something like iOS 14.2. Because there's some problems with inter-app audio and AUV3 plugins. So probably best to wait for a month or two.
Okay, thank you for telling me.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of apps that haven't been working for creators. So that's Videoleap, folks. Lightrix, they do make some fantastic apps. Definitely I can recommend as well. Is there anything else you would like to suggest that help you?
I don't know. More apps of Lightrix.
Yeah, all of their apps.
Yeah, all of their apps, and I'm using Videoleap, Photofox, and Quick Shot. I think.
Yeah, Quick Shot's cool too.
Yeah, so I designed with it the Photofox and Quick Shot. I designed with it posters and single covers, you know, album covers. And also I use Canva.
Canva, yeah.
Canva, yeah.
Let me bring that up as well. Have you heard of Over?
No, I haven't heard about Over.
It's like Canva, but it's subscription as well. But it's got a bit more like Photoshop kind of stuff with it too. And it lets you import fonts and stuff like that. I use that. I used to use Canva. I moved to Over. But Canva's awesome too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Over. So.
How do you spell it?
Over. And it should be, it's called like, what's the full name? I always forget. Rabi, it's on the front of my screen normally. Over. This is scintillating video. So it should say over, I think it's photos, and let me look on the apps.
Yeah, I found it. Graphic design and poster making.
Yeah, it's a subscription as well, but what they give you is they allow you to import fonts, and you can animate videos in there as well. And I use it for all of my graphics for all my shows here. I use it every day, and I think it cost me $14 a month. It's expensive. Like, people go, you know, subscriptions, but if you use it every day, like if you're getting the use out of every day like I am, it's fantastic. So so all of those. Is there any other apps you would like to suggest before we move on?
Hello.
You're looking at your iPad going, what are they?
Yeah. I think that's it. I have some stuff that I have you know that one?
Oh, AUM. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let me bring that up here on my screen. AUM. So AUM is basically, there we go. AUM is like an audio mixer. You can have a whole bunch of tracks that you can bring in. Like, so you can bring in inter-app audio. You can bring in AUV3 plugins, and you can run them like basically a mixing desk, and run like full sequencing and everything. Or you can run them direct into DAWs. I have it as well. I love it. It's an alternative to something like Audio Bus. Definitely fantastic. How do you use AUM? Do you use it in your live streams?
I don't use it in my live streams, but sometimes I use it in my productions, because you can use it with GarageBand.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely an app worth checking out. So if you don't have any of these, I hope the people in the chat have got something from that. And I'm just going to flick screens here. We're going to go out today with another one of your songs, because I need to play more of your music for everybody. Let me just flick back to here. So we've gone through your apps. We're nearing the end of the show. I'm going to end with the same question I ask everybody. And normally it's the similar answer, but I still love asking it, because it'll never change drumming this home to people. When do you think is the best time for somebody to start making music?
The best time is now. Really?
100%.
Now, right now.
Yeah.
For everybody. You know, everybody, even if you don't have the knowledge, you can make music. You can start sing something. You know, if you have like for an example, a text that you like, start singing it. Try to sing it. You have it in you.
Yep.
You don't have to need the knowledge. Like, to compose, it's something very natural that every human being has. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
You're spot on.
So everybody have it. Just if you want to do it now, really. If you're listening and you have the urge, or you want it, you want to make your own music, you can do it right now.
I can't agree more. And the reason I ask that question, even though I know it's going to be the same answer each time, is because it is now. And if you're sitting on it, if you're holding back, you're just wasting time, and you'll just kick yourself later. definitely. So, what I will do now is we'll wrap up the show. Because I've got a giveaway today. I have people who have been watching the show. I'm going to give away some apps at the end of this show because I've been running a competition for this week. But we'll get into that. So I'll let you go. But firstly, I want to thank you so very much for coming on the show. I've been really excited about this for the longest time. We tried to organize this many months ago, but it wasn't the right time. And today was the right time.
It was.
You know?
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
And Friday, I was sitting here going, where is she? Where is she? Oh my God. No. Let me finish. But at the same time, I was not upset because I thought, oh my God, we have a time difference. And I'll bet you're at home probably asleep right now thinking it's the next day. So I was not upset. And I just made sure I put the show back. And then I woke up the next day and you were like, oh my God. I'm like, it's okay. It's all good.
Thank you so much for understanding. You were so amazing about it. And I was shocked. I thought.
These things happen, you know. Make mistakes and learn, you know. It's the first time I've ever done an interview with someone from Israel. So I was like, make sure the time, I was checking the time going, oh my God, have I given her the right time? But so thank you very much. I will let everybody know in the description of this video, you can check out all of Yael's links to all of her social media, all of her music. And I do suggest, please subscribe to her YouTube channel so you can check out her new song, which is coming out, if I remember, the 20th of next month, which is October.
That's right.
So make sure you lock in for all of that. Check out her Facebook page. Go across and click the links that I've put in there for Song Whip so you can get her music on Spotify or Apple or whatever it is you listen to. Please do that because you won't regret it. I love her music so very much. I'm going to play one more of your songs right at the very end of the show. So just so you know, I will be doing that. But I will say goodbye to you now, and so I can do this competition. And I want to thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say to everybody here in the chat or anybody watching on the replay?
I had fun. I really enjoyed being here in this show. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
That's it.
I've had the time of my life. Drink.
This is one of those hits my sister played over and over again in my youth.
Awesome. See, when I grew up, my sisters used to play Grease, the movie Grease, all the time.
Yeah.
Grease.
I watched it. I looked it.
And number two.
This movie.
Number 2 as well. Oh my God. Grease 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, there's a Grease 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not as good. It has Michelle Pfeiffer in it.
What?
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer sings in it. You should look it up.
Grease 2?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
You should look it up. You might like it. I grew up with that in my house, so yeah, that's probably why I'm crazy. All right, well, thank you very much for today, and I'll chat with you a little bit later. Everybody, hang around because I'm going to announce the winners of this app, and see you later, Yael. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Wasn't that awesome? Oh my God, she's absolutely fantastic. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. So we're going to run this competition and we'll wrap up and finish with one of her songs. We'll be closing with Now You're Gone because her lovely friend has mentioned that if I just scroll up here, let me check. If you guys want to check out the stop motion video we did together, it's Yael's song called Now You're Gone. So I thought I would finish with that song. So if you want to hang around for that, definitely stay for that last song. And let's wrap up this competition because I know a lot of people want to know if they've won or not. So we're going to start off with, as you can see, I'm going to flick to my screen here. Where are we? Let's go over here to my main screen. So here is a competition. So we've been running a competition for, firstly, the Grand Piano AUV3 app. So we had 7 entries for that. So let's go over here to this little random number generator. So we've got 3 copies of this app to give away. And we're going to do this now. So as you can see, we've got names there. Let's go full screen so you guys can see exactly what's happening. There you go. So I'm not cheating or anything. I'm going to hit the generate number. And we've got number 7. So Tom Rochelle has picked up the first copy of Grand Piano. So let's put a star there. Let's do it again. Hit generate. Number 6, Joe Butte, I think that is. So we'll put a star there. And the final copy of Grand Piano 765 is Joe Zero. There we go. And for the one which we had heaps of entries for, which is the 8180 Monster Tube app. Let's so I've only got 2 copies of this to give away. As you can see, 24 people ran for this. So let's add 24 in here. Sorry, I'm a little bit drunk at the moment. I drank a full bottle of beer. And it's 8 a.m. in the morning, so I'm a bit slurry. Whoa. And let's run this off. So we got 24 people. It's going to hit generate. We've got 2 copies of this to give away. And number 6 has popped up first. So that is Russ 8889, who's actually here in the chat. So well done, Russ. You have won the first copy of that. And let's give away this last one. 22, which is Shivam Sharma. And I will put all the details of the winners in the actual description of this and in the actual chat in the comments of the winners. So you guys can send me an email. I'll leave my email address so you can contact me. Don't worry if you missed out. We've got a giveaway tomorrow in tomorrow's show for the Monster Bass amp, the Mammoth bass amp, sorry. And we've got some other giveaways at 2 next week, this week coming up as well. So, catch my breath. Once again, folks, thank you for hanging out with us in the chat. If you're catching up on the live stream, thank you so very much for hanging out on the replay. That's really cool as well. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Yael is absolutely amazing, as you know, as you can well tell. I love everything she does, and I hope you go and listen to her music and get involved because she's fantastic. Let's wrap up the show with her track Now You're Gone, and I'll see you all tomorrow because we've got an exciting week of apps coming up on the show. So I hope to all see you tomorrow, and let's close out with Now You're Gone by Yael Aidan. Take care, everybody, and see you later.
It's time to write a song, my mind said. Your life is like the weather outside this window. Suddenly it all stood still, like water in the channel. Now frozen old funnies trapped beneath the earth. And the seagulls are now walking instead of screaming, but they still fly away. So did you. You flew away, and now you're gone. You flew away, and now you're gone. It's time to write a song, my mind said. Your life is like the weather outside this window. Suddenly it all stood still, like water in the channel. Now frozen old funnies trapped beneath the earth. instead of swimming, but they still fly away. So did you. You flew away, and now you're gone. You flew away.